If you're over 60, you might believe that the fruits you're eating are protecting your health, keeping your brain sharp and your heart strong. But what if I told you that some of these sweet habits done at the wrong time or in the wrong way could quietly set the stage for a devastating stroke, without pain, without warning, and without a second chance? You go to bed feeling fine and wake up unable to speak, move, or even recognize your loved ones. I'm Dr. Mark Stevens, a neurologist with over 3 decades of experience helping seniors protect their most precious asset, their brain. And today I'm going to walk you through something that could change everything you thought you knew about fruit, aging, and stroke risk. Because while fruit can be one of the healthiest foods in your diet, it can also become the most dangerous, not because of what it is, but because of when and how it's eaten, especially after 60. Let's start with one of the most trusted common fruits on the planet, the banana. 1. Bananas. When potassium becomes a problem. Bananas are soft, convenient, rich in potassium. And for younger adults, they're considered the gold standard of healthy snacking. But here's what changes after 60. Your kidneys, heart, and blood vessels no longer respond to potassium the same way. Your ability to filter and regulate mineral balance slows down, especially if you're taking blood pressure meds, water pills, or managing diabetes. That means even one banana, yes, just one, can overload your system. Let me tell you about Mr. Raymond, 66, retired carpenter, healthy lifestyle, careful diet. He took his meds in the morning, had oatmeal with a banana and orange juice. Routine, right? But one morning, he collapsed in the bathroom. Slurred speech, left side paralyzed. He'd suffered a stroke. Quiet, quick, life-altering. Why? Because the potassium from those bananas, combined with his medication, caused a sudden imbalance. His blood thickened, a clot formed, and it hit his brain before anyone could react. Here's what you need to know. You don't need that much potassium after 60. Half a banana in the morning is enough, and never alone. Always eat it with protein, Greek yogurt, nuts, or eggs to slow the absorption. Avoid smoothies, banana bread, and especially bananas before bed, when your circulation slows and your body is least prepared to handle a mineral spike, because even something that once gave you energy can now take it away. And if that surprises you, wait until we talk about something even more innocent, grapes. 2. Grapes, sugar bombs in disguise, tiny, sweet, refreshing. What could possibly be dangerous about grapes? Well, let me ask you, do you ever snack on a bowl of them while watching TV, or grab a handful when you're feeling a little tired? Here's the problem. Grapes digest fast. Their sugar hits your bloodstream like lightning, especially when eaten alone. And for aging bodies, that sugar rush can set off a cascade of issues: blood vessel inflammation, thickened blood, and over time, clot formation. I treated Mrs. Jeanette Morris, 80, retired teacher. A small, healthy-looking woman with a big smile and a daily habit of snacking on grapes mid-morning. One day, she began slurring her words while writing a birthday card. Minutes later, she forgot how to spell congratulations. She had suffered a mini-stroke. Her blood tests showed sharp sugar spikes, low-grade inflammation, and borderline pre-diabetes, all from years of fruit she thought was helping her. Here's what I tell my patients now. Never eat grapes on an empty stomach. Never eat a bowl of them. And never at night. If you love them, eat a small handful, paired with a few almonds or cheese, and only during active parts of the day. Now, if grapes shocked you, wait until you hear about pineapple. 3. Pineapple, sweet, acidic, and sneaky. Pineapple feels like sunshine, bright, sweet, and tropical. And many older adults enjoy it as a light dessert after dinner. It feels guilt-free, but it's not. Pineapple contains a natural enzyme called bromelain. In moderation, it helps digestion. But combined with blood thinners or medications that affect clotting, it can backfire. I treated Mrs. Clara Hughes, 77, retired choir director. She replaced desserts with pineapple, a few slices every night after dinner. Then one morning, she couldn't balance. Slurred speech, foggy thoughts. The culprit? A perfect storm, acid reflux, sugar spikes, and bromelain's effect on her blood's clotting ability. And the acid, it irritated her throat during sleep, triggered micro-aspiration, and oxygen drops to the brain. another stroke risk most people never hear about. So, what's the safe way? Eat pineapple early in the day, never before bed, and avoid it completely if you're on blood thinners unless your doctor says it's okay, because what feels like sunshine in a bowl can quietly create a storm in your brain. And if pineapple surprised you, just wait until we get into the next one, a fruit that's practically 90% water, watermelon. 4. Watermelon. Not always hydrating watermelon, the classic summer fruit, light, juicy, cooling. But what if I told you this hydrating fruit could actually dehydrate your brain? Yes, you heard that right. See, watermelon acts as a natural diuretic. It makes you urinate more. And for younger people, that's no problem. But if you're over 60, on blood pressure medications or diuretics, or already have delicate circulation, that extra fluid loss can become dangerous, especially overnight. Mr. Howard Larkin, 82, a retired postman from Indiana, learned this the hard way. Every evening, he ate a few large slices of watermelon to stay hydrated after dinner. But he was also on water pills for mild heart failure. One morning, Howard stood up and collapsed. Dizziness, confusion. In the ER, his blood pressure was dangerously low. His blood was thick, sticky, like syrup. He had suffered a small stroke in the middle of the night, and the hydrating fruit, it was actually drying him out. Here's the science. When you're dehydrated, your blood thickens. Thick blood flows slowly, and slow blood gives clots time to form, especially in older arteries that are stiff or narrowed. Now combine that with the natural overnight drop in circulation, and you've got a recipe for disaster. So what's the takeaway? If you love watermelon, enjoy it earlier in the day. Pair it with electrolytes like a pinch of sea salt or coconut water, and avoid it at night, especially if you're on diuretics or blood pressure meds, because even a fruit that's 90% water can be a silent thief of hydration and brain health. Next up is a fruit most Americans associate with a healthy breakfast, the good old orange. 5. Oranges, citrus interactions that can be dangerous. Oranges, a bright, juicy symbol of health. A glass of orange juice in the morning, a sweet citrus slice at lunch. What could go wrong? Well, for most people, nothing. But for seniors, especially those on medications, oranges can create serious chemical interactions inside your body. It's not just the sugar in oranges that's the problem, it's a compound inside citrus fruits called furanocoumarin, and it can block your liver from processing medications properly. That means the drugs stay in your system longer than they should, or they build up to toxic levels. Mr. Elmer Bryant, 79, a retired bus driver, had been drinking fresh orange juice every morning for years. He was on a statin for cholesterol and a calcium channel blocker for blood pressure, both very common in older adults. One morning, he felt lightheaded, stood up, and fell. In the hospital, tests showed dangerously high levels of medication in his blood. He hadn't taken too much. His liver just couldn't clear it because of the compound in his orange juice. That tiny chemical blocked the exit. And while Elmer survived the stroke, he now lives with partial weakness on his right side, all from a habit that was meant to keep him healthy. Here's the bottom line. If you're taking medications, especially statins, calcium channel blockers, or blood thinners, talk to your doctor before eating oranges or drinking citrus juice regularly, or switch to low-interaction fruits like berries or green apples, because it's not just what you eat, it's how it interacts with your body and your meds. Now you might be wondering, are all fruits risky? Should I stop eating them completely? Not at all. In fact, some fruits, when chosen wisely, can protect your brain, your heart, and your independence. Let's talk about the ones that support healthy aging. The right fruits, your brain's best friends. You don't need to fear fruit. You just need to choose smart, eat with awareness, and respect how your body has changed after 60. Here are 5 fruits I do recommend for brain protection and stroke prevention when eaten at the right time and in the right way. 1. Berries, the brain's bodyguards. Blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, these are nature's powerhouses. They're low in sugar, high in antioxidants, and packed with compounds called polyphenols. These protect your blood vessels, reduce inflammation, and help preserve memory. Berries don't spike blood sugar, and they don't interfere with medications. That makes them the ideal daily snack for seniors, especially when paired with protein like cottage cheese or almonds. Add a handful to your breakfast, blend a few into your morning smoothie, or enjoy them midday as a snack. They're small, but their benefits are mighty. 2. Green apples. Smart, slow, energy. While red apples can be a little too sugary for some seniors, green apples, like Granny Smith, are lower on the glycemic scale and rich in flavonoids that help protect your brain. Eaten with a small slice of cheese or a spoon of almond butter, they deliver energy slowly, without crashing your blood sugar. That makes them perfect for mid-morning or early afternoon. They also support digestion and help curb sweet cravings, without the hidden risks. 3. Avocados. Yes, it's a fruit. Most people forget that avocados are fruits. But instead of sugar, they're full of healthy fats, the kind your brain and heart need to function properly. Avocados help regulate blood pressure, support nerve function, and stabilize blood sugar, all critical after 60. Half an avocado in your salad, mashed on toast, or with eggs in the morning. It's a powerful ally in maintaining cognitive clarity and cardiovascular balance. And don't worry about the fat, it's the good kind. 4. Lemons and limes. Flavor without the risk. You won't be snacking on lemons, of course, but adding them to your routine can still bring big benefits. Squeezing lemon or lime into your water supports gentle liver detox, improves digestion, and wakes up your body naturally without raising blood sugar or interfering with medications. Start your day with warm lemon water, just a little, and feel the difference in your clarity and hydration. It's one of the simplest changes with the biggest payoff. 5. Pomegranate. With caution. Pomegranates are powerful, high in antioxidants and heart healthy, but their juice is concentrated, and that means high sugar in small amounts. If you love pomegranate, water it down. Use just a few ounces and mix with sparkling water or coconut water. And if you're on heart meds or blood thinners, speak with your doctor first. This fruit can be healing, but only when handled with care. Timing is everything. Now that you know which fruits are brain safe, let's talk about when and how to eat them. Here are my golden rules. Never eat fruit on an empty stomach. It spikes sugar too quickly. Always pair fruit with protein or healthy fat. This slows absorption and protects your energy levels. Avoid fruit before bed. Your body is winding down, blood pressure dips, and sugar or acid at that time can quietly raise stroke risk. Eat fruit early in the day or before, after activity. That's when your body needs energy and can use it wisely. These timing tweaks may sound simple, but they can have life-changing effect. And remember, just because something used to be safe doesn't mean it still is. At 30, you could eat a banana at midnight. At 65, that banana, combined with blood pressure meds and low hydration, could cause your heart to misfire and your brain to clot overnight. This isn't fear, this is respect for your age, your biology, and your future. Feed your future. I've spent a lifetime watching good people suffer avoidable strokes. Men and women who exercised, ate right, avoided junk, and still ended up in the ICU because of harmless habits that didn't match their age, but that doesn't have to be you. Now you know the truth. Now you have the tools, not to stop enjoying food, but to enjoy it wisely, because at this chapter of life, you're not just eating to live. You're eating to stay sharp, to stay steady, and to stay you. So listen to your body, talk to your doctor, be mindful of the little choices, because those are the ones that stack up over time. Avoid late-night fruit, pair it with protein, read your prescriptions, and never be afraid to question what you've been told, because what used to work may no longer serve you, and what seems small and like a slice of pineapple or a bowl of grapes can either help your brain or quietly steal it from you. So the next time you reach for fruit, ask yourself, is this feeding the future I want? Because your brain is listening to everything you feed it. Feed it love, feed it wisdom, feed it what it truly needs. Thank you for spending this time with me. If you found this helpful, please leave a comment with 1 below. If you didn't, feel free to leave a 0. I'm always listening and learning just like you. And if you want more natural health advice designed specifically for your stage of life, like this video, share it with someone you care about, and hit subscribe, because if you do that, I'll see you in the next video.